from the shimmer of light. In the workshop he felt safe to the broken glass. In the streets reflecting a fright. Desperation can set the stage for acts of villainy. And heroes may need to confront their demons in more ways than one. For a choice to be made, you must overcome the binding and twining of souls are bound. So strong that they just keep you both on top. Yes, you. What will you do when the call for action beckons you to choose? Yes, you. What will you be? A hero, a villain, or a monster indeed?
Good morning, afternoon, or evening, and welcome to Arcadia Fallen.
Time to go.
I'll see you at the shop later.
That seems odd.
Victoria, she thanked me. It feels kinda good to be useful to someone like this. Anyway, we should probably be off as well, yes? Alright, so let's go home then and... You have the potion you need. Are you ready to go to Goldner's Manor? Really? I think I want to talk with Kaidan and Elizabeth first, right? I want to have all the interactions done. You find Kaidan standing by the window in the shop, looking out at the people walking past. How are you feeling?
Hi.
Thank you.
I'm alive and grateful for that. But this was not how I imagined things would go when I left my home weeks ago. I am still shocked, honestly, that a problem this simple would be this difficult to solve. Well, we just need to move forward.
About that...
Things might look bleak now, but we're not going to fix things by sitting idly by. We can only work hard to try and change things.
Thank you.
I think I needed to hear that, and you're right. Kaidan returns his gaze to the outside, lightly reaching up to tap his fingers against the glass.
I have spent the entirety of my life in my home in the mountains. I've read about the sky and sun, about clouds and stars. They are even more impressive in person than I could have ever imagined. The first time I saw the sky, I almost felt like it would swallow me whole. However, you humans do not seem to care for it. No one barely gives it a glance, and you all hide away in these houses with brick and glass obscuring its beauty. Why?
It's practical. I mean, we need a certain temperature to be comfortable, and we need protection from the wind and rain, and yeah, it's practical.
Well...
Shelter is needed to stay safe. The world may be beautiful, but it's not without its challenges. That is true for anywhere, I suppose. I guess the novelty wears off when this is the environment you grow up in. Perhaps you would feel the same way if you came to visit my home in the deep underground. If that's true, then the only way to experience this wonder is to travel to someplace new. Sure, we could do the romance thing. I mean, it is a beautiful way to look at it. Is that an invitation?
I wonder.
You should know that if I come to visit your home, I expect the grand tour. If we succeed in this mission, then I'll owe you much more than a tour of my home. Let's hope we get the chance. I will be looking forward to it. So, tell me about your home.
Tell me about.
You know,
Well, first of all, we don't call them the Outlands, much like we don't call ourselves Outlanders. The mountain region to the west that we call home is called Drakeheim, home of the dragons. My people are the Yoma, and we call our people the Dags. We're reserved people, proud, rarely straying from the mountains we call home. There's no need to. The ground beneath the mountains is rich. We sometimes trade with the Dags in the plains, but only rarely does anyone other than the Nightwalkers leave our home for the outside. The Dags?
What do you mean?
actually,
Some believe it's an abbreviation of Day People. That's probably a capital I rather than an L, right? So that'd be Ijoma? The Ijoma or Leoma, I don't know if it's probably a capital I, right? The Ijoma are the light people, and the Himen up north are the sky people. Yeah, it is probably a capital I because, yeah, right. All three are people or humans, which makes it rather confusing to us when you Dags use human to refer to yourself. The Himen?
Huh?
well,
I doubt you've ever met one, if you have. They are a people living in the mountains far to the north. They used to travel quite a lot, trading with the old Dag kingdoms. After your empire was formed, however, they retreated to their home and closed their borders. I've never met one myself, but I've heard they are a free-spirited and proud people. Some even say they grew wings so they could fly among the eagles, but it's hard to tell if that's true or just an exaggeration. I mean, we can all be human. You'd be surprised at how people adapt to their surroundings during centuries and millennia, and especially if that's a world with magic in it. Then, yeah. Let's ask though.
I wonder.
This is such a... I would never ask this question. Of course all the different races can be human. The races have just adapted to live in different environments over centuries and millennia.
actually,
It's also only the Dags who believe that. Both the Ijoma and the Himen hold records that our three people were once the same, the humans. Though that was a long, long time ago. I never knew. Well, I mean, I did, but apparently my character didn't. I'm wondering the same thing. The more time I spend among your people, the more I realize our two societies look at the world differently. It's unsettling that something that's such a clear fact to me isn't so for so many. Let's talk about something else. Your markings?
I have some questions.
I can imagine. What do you wish to know? The colors?
So,
Yours seem to be blue mainly, but sometimes they shift. Is that how it works for all of you?
Actually,
Ah, well, the change happens to all of us, at least those who can't control their emotions. I feel like we've been over this already. The base colors vary though. Blue is one of the more common ones. Does the base color mean something?
huh?
well,
Some believe so. There's a prevalent superstition among some of my people that certain skills and personality traits can be attributed to our resting hue. Those with red hues are more aggressive, green makes for better leaders, yellows are light-hearted, that sort of thing. And what does blue mean? Rebellious wanderlust? More like level-headed and rational. So yeah, not that accurate. There are some who benefit from such beliefs. Elders who guide the young based on their hue. Matchmakers who are paid to gauge romantic compatibilities. I suppose some people just yearn to be told who they are by someone else. Let's get back to work.
I'll be off then.
I'll be here if you need me.
I've noticed you staring out the window sometimes. You should be more careful other people don't see you.
Oh, right, of course. I'll be careful.
What were you even doing there? You were just staring out at the streets?
I never got the chance to properly explore this place. This is my first time experiencing a surface town, and I'm itching to explore it. You're also new to this place, aren't you? Don't you feel the urge to go look around?
No.
That was a decisive answer.
Why should I waste my time? There's nothing of interest to me here, and I'll be leaving soon.
There's always something to be learned from any new place you go to. Walking amongst the townsfolk might give you a new perspective of them.
No, it won't.
I wonder what happened to you, Anne.
Oh. Also, I only now noticed that I hadn't properly adjusted the audio balance on the recording, so the game audio may have been a bit loud in this episode up until now. Sorry about that. It should be fixed now. Let's go talk to Elizabeth.
Welcome back.
What can I help you with? I mean, it said I have the potion, but here it says I'm ready to brew the potion. So that's a bit weird. Practice my alchemy? Is she going to teach us new stuff? no, we've got nothing here. Ah, come on. Why can't I click that? Uh-huh. Okay, so I guess I do have some things, like some of these challenges that I need to... Hold on. There are some new things here that weren't on the list. Do we have access to those We do, because we've done eternal sleep, so we have access to that symbol. And do we have access to this one though? It may be that we don't have access to this one. So like 2 of those triangle symbols and then this one. For some reason they don't show up here. We do have access to it. Why?
Careful when you add that.
Be careful when mixing volatile ingredients. The mixture will explode if a volatile ingredient comes into contact with another volatile or identical ingredient. Interesting. So I'm gathering this is the volatile one, and I can't have it like adjacent to any other volatile ones. How was it? What was the... Come on, let me click it. Two triangles and one of these. We need the this gives us the triangle. And this doesn't. So it's 1 rose and 2 of these.
Careful when you add that.
What? None of those were volatile though. Oh, volatile or similar, and it was right. It was the same symbol. Gotcha. So I should put this here. Then it won't come into contact with a similar symbol. And then if I put this here, the only thing I need to do will be to turn... click mix and then turn this that way. And create.
Another discovery!
A glue bomb. So can we? What were the other ones? Aha, there is a question mark one. So we need this. And then 2 of these, but they're both volatile. Let's see. So I guess I could put that there. this should work. So that way, and then this that way as well.
Whoa, look at that!
Water bomb. I think that was everything, right? What if we put 3 roses here? Nothing. Yeah, I think that was probably it. There shouldn't be any more question marks here. Yeah, no more question marks. We do have some more challenges that we need to complete here. 1 turn or less for the healing potion. 1 turn or less for the water bomb. 2 ingredients or less. 2 turns and 2 ingredients or less. I don't know what we need these stars for exactly. I guess we'll work on those challenges later. And break time. Phew, that was a lot of potions. I mean, it was a grand total of 2.
Well done.
I am impressed. You have improved your alchemy skills tremendously already. I have a stellar teacher.
I'm glad.
I appreciate the flattery, but don't sell yourself. Don't sell yourself short, dear. You have been working very hard for this.
About that.
With this level of progress, you'll be able to make that potion of invisibility easy peasy. Though I'm still a bit confused as to how you came up with such a potion, Elizabeth. Turning invisible seems closer to my kind of magic than alchemy.
I see.
I didn't develop this recipe without a bit of help. A spirit mage I knew at the time introduced me to the subtle illusion magic spirits use to stay hidden. With his help, I was able to mimic the spell with alchemy. On a much more limited scale, of course. Limited scale?
Huh?
What do you mean?
So that's how it is.
A spirit like mine can stay invisible for hours on end without much strain. This potion is highly fragile. It has to be used almost as soon as it is done brewing, and the effect only lasts for about an hour. You have to plan ahead if you want to use it effectively. So, Spirit Mage?
Really?
I don't think I've heard about them before. They are a branch of the nature mages, exceedingly rare. They have a natural talent for communing with spirits. They are seen as quite dangerous by the Empire and are therefore kept tightly monitored in the capital.
Oh.
I see. Thank you for your help.
Thank you.
I'm sure the potion of invisibility is going to be a great help for us in getting inside Goldner's mansion.
I wonder.
Don't underestimate the man. The potion might help you, but I doubt getting in will be the only challenge you will face in there. Goldner might be a fool, but he is a paranoid one, which makes him very dangerous. I just don't understand that guy. What does he get out of all of this? So much hate. I have been living in this town long enough to know Nicholas Goldner, back when his family name was still Boulder. He has always had the need to appear bigger than he is. His father was the same, though that really doesn't excuse it. When he suddenly became the richest man in town overnight, that seemed to trigger something inside him. He went from being simply unpleasant to being vengeful and paranoid. In the end, I think beneath his wealth, Goldner is just a very small and lonely man.
Oh.
I see. Well, I mean, it is pretty pitiful. But our mission is still clear.
We have to help.
We still have to do what we can to retrieve the sword he stole from Kaidan. No matter what Goldner's motivations are, there's something bigger at stake here.
Yes.
I agree. I have no sympathy for the man, but context is always valuable.
Villains are not born. They are made.
I agree.
That does not mean you should pity the villain.
I agree with that too.
It means you should be concerned about how the next one is made.
Yeah, very wise words. But that's enough of me talking for now, I believe. Go on. I'm sure you have other things to attend to. I guess we are ready to brew the Do we have questions?
Actually,
I see.
I guess we maybe do have questions. She kind of already answered how she discovered this potion, didn't she? Why have you never taught me about this?
I wonder.
Well, this potion is not exactly part of the standard alchemist's portfolio. My intention and ambition were always to educate you so you would never have to use anything like this. But things have changed, which is why I now share this with you. Any other neat potions I should know about?
So,
Like a go away demon spray or fix broken magic seal glue? Trust me, if I had solutions like those, then you would be the first one to know. So, you kind of already told me, but anything more you want to say about how you discovered the potion?
tell me about...
This can't be something that's found in any old recipe book.
I see.
That's a simple enough question to answer, as I was the one who made the recipe. That's pretty incredible.
Really?
Thank you, dear.
Though I'm not nearly as impressive as you might think. Alchemy, at least the kind practiced in the Empire, is not as ancient as you might think. I must have been around your age when the first whispers of spirit alchemy began circulating. There was a great deal of experimenting done in those early years, and I have always been a curious soul, so I made quite a few discoveries of my own. Nowadays, though, such experimental brews are not considered proper magic anymore, and therefore they must remain a secret. Okay? So, I'm thinking we'll brew the potion and go into Goldner's in the next episode. For now, thank you so much for watching and spending a little of your time with me here today. It was lovely to have you. Please remember to be kind to yourself, Have a lovely rest of your day, and I will see you again next time.